we need to make use of the fact that there's no storm going on right now, and we still have, like, a moderate amount of daylight. This game is so good, by the way. I feel like I'm actually seeing, like, shadows move in the darkness. Well, I suppose, there's not much else we can do. So, we're at least gonna go out in a nice way and listen to this very pleasant waterfall. And maybe I could start a fire. 75% chance of success. I like those odds. Well, at least I set up a very cinematic place for people to find me. Well... Hey, what's up, pups? It's Vixie. I hope you're having a great day and hope it gets better. Welcome to The Long Dark. This is a hardcore survival game, as the cold open will tell you, is very, very hard. But of course, before we get into more of this, I would like to highlight the comment of the week, which I picked out this comment from MeatwadGE, where they say, having the Binding of Isaac music while drawing is such a vibe. Great music choice. This, of course, was on a Let's Draw, but regardless, if you would like to be the next comment of the week, you can leave a comment down below, and it could be anything you want. It can be silly, it can be stupid, it can be something completely nonsensical, and who knows, you might be the next comment of the week. Now, why am I playing The Long Dark, and why is the vibe so different? Well, because this video is different. I figured if you potentially may have seen or are Dr. Calico from a couple comments of the week, maybe, or maybe just look down the comment section. They recently joined the Discord, which if you would like to, you can do the same, link in description. And we were chatting one day and I just brought up, I think I brought up The Long Dark at some point for one reason or another. And then I had the thought of, hey, maybe I should try playing The Long Dark for a video. And they were like, yeah, sure, why not? So that's why I'm doing this. I figured I would give this a go and see about maybe doing a slightly different vibe. So less focus on funny edits and stuff like that, less focus on story because I'm playing the survival mode and not the story mode. So ideally, you get a whole lot of easy listening background stuff and ambient vibes, which I do background content anyway, so maybe this will be a good fit, I don't know. If you end up liking this video, make sure to tell me in the comments, like the video, subscribe if you want more, and make sure to hit the bell so it actually does something if you do subscribe. Regardless, we did have the thought of not being able to do, like, multiple save files, which apparently you used to not be able to, but you can now. So I have my actual, like, regular save file that I play on my own, and that save file that was in the cold open doesn't exist anymore because I died, so we're just gonna start again. We're still gonna play on Voyager difficulty because I feel like this is the perfect vibe for me, but we're gonna check out what we got. Mystery Lake. Yeah, hold on, can I confirm it? Ideal for new players, a balance between wilderness and man-made shelters, resources, and wildlife. Which I then went into the Forlorn Muskeg for advanced players, and then the Broken Railroad for intermediate players. Okay, so I went from easy baby mode to hard mode to medium difficulty. Great. Good to know. I should have stayed in the Mystery Lake, but I burnt way too much time for that, so we're just gonna hit random again and hope for the best. A mysterious geomagnetic storm has brought your plane crashing down into the northern Canadian wilderness. How long can you survive? Apparently not very long, but We'll get there. Oh, that's also the reason I'm not using my avatar, by the way, is so I can keep this, like, full-on ambient goodness, so you don't have, like, a tiny little cartoon coyote hanging out in the corner. Oh, this isn't good. Oh, but it is. We have shelter. Cool. We're gonna check real quick in here, because we got some wind chill. Maybe there's some cool clothes in here. Coastal Highway Trailer. I vaguely remember this. I think I've been here before. Pork and beans. Dope. Oh yeah, and apparently I have spidey senses now, which I'm not sure about. I'm not sure that I like, but at least until I get a light source, a shotgun shell? Flare shell. A heavy hammer. At least until I get a light source, I might be relying on this so I can see some stuff. We got some more mittens. We have a flare. Okay, again, we don't have any weapons of any sort. Cargo pants. T-shirt, who cares? Accelerant, yes. Okay, we're not gonna waste too much in here because I learned my mistake from the last time I did this. And we want to get moving as far as we can while we still have daylight. So even if it's cold, that's okay. We can make a pit stop and warm up. But right now, we are at the Coastal Highway region. No, I don't want to break that down. I thought that was a small enough thing I could just pick it up. Okay. So, seeing as how it's a highway, we're probably not going to see a whole lot of structures. But we do have a pretty decent vantage point. Which, honestly, we might as well take advantage of while we have a chance, so we have a general idea where we want to go. Let's see. Oh yeah, it looks like there's some sort of... looks like a dock down there. There could be something on the dock. But, oh yeah, Coastal Highway. Of course there's a dock. So, that's our first sign of literally anything, so we're going to start making our way that way. So yeah, basically this, ow. Sprained wrist? What do you mean sprained wrist? So, this video is very much experimental to see if the vibe is right. If you like, background ambient stuff. And moreover, I just wanted to play Long Dark because I think this game's really cool. It actually introduced me to the fact that I really do love, like, hardcore survival games where it is, like, you're ranked on how well you do based on how many hours you survive. I like that. Alright, here's the street here. We're just gonna have to deal with our sprained wrist for a while. Grab these stones in case we happen to see a rabbit or two. But I don't think I'm going to be do much stone throwing until I fix my hand. Oh, some rabbits. Good. Well, we got another thing here. And we know rabbits are around, so... food is available if we get any sort of way that we can clean them. But let's check this out. We got a metal box here with nothing in it. Got a pitcher. That's good for water stuff. Shelf, newsprint roll, cup. Not looking like much. Yeah, we are getting not a lot. And there's no, like, first aid kit or something in here I can use to wrap my injury. Can I use that cloth? Oh, I have bandages. Fix my sprained wrist, please. Ah, much better. We don't really have any, like, painkillers or anything, so we're just gonna have to power through the pain for a little bit. But so long as we don't have a sprained wrist anymore, then that's moderately okay. I might yoink a bunny before I leave, but at the same time, I don't want to run around with a bunny in my back pocket, because that's how you get predators coming after you. But it looks like there's not much. It's mostly just water. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. It's frozen, so it's been here a while, but I don't like the sign of a dead thing. There's some ice fishing huts over here. So I might check them, because, like, they tend to have stuff in them. I just need to go around these, like, floaters here. That wind is a bunch, I'll tell you that much, however. That is really harshing my vibe. But if there's even something in these doodads, then we might potentially, maybe, have some way to keep ourselves alive for a little bit longer. Until we find someplace we can actually hang out. I do see some buildings over there we might go check out. Alright. What do we got? There's a rifle cartridge right there. Nothing. New tomato soup. Nice. And a fishing line and herbal tea. Okay, yeah, cool. I'll grab the rifle cartridge, but we're just gonna leave this one behind. And there's a frozen ice fishing hole. Do we want to try and warm up? What do I have in terms of fire starting? Not much. So, honestly, I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, those other ice fishing spots don't look close enough for me to bother, so I'm gonna start going against the wind and going really slow. You know what? Fuck it. I made my bed, I'll lay in it. If I have to start again, I'll start again. But I'm not doing another cold open. I'll probably just chop this up and use it as an example of what not to do. But I see a lot of wood, manufactured wood over there. So I think, yeah, I'm seeing some stuff over there. So I would say this is a good idea. And we can make a pit stop right there on that other one. And maybe there's something extra cool in this one. So long as we're, yeah, it's like 1 p.m. right now. We still have plenty of daylight. And that I'm vibing with. Oh yeah, there we go. We can just keep hopping between these ice fishing huts until we get to where we want to go. Boom. There's some cedar firewood in here. Reclaimed wood. Oh, I didn't even check up here. Salty crackers. I'll leave them. As long as we can get a hunting knife, there's rabbits around, a decent wool scarf. Cool. And charcoal, newsprint, not bad. There's an energy bar right there. Ketchup chips, yummers. Not in the best condition, but hey, I'll eat them. Okay. Do we have a scarf currently on our person? No. Repair harvest. Can I not equip it? I forget how to equip stuff. Well, I suppose I'll figure that out in a minute. The important thing is the wind has not died down and just sounded like it because I was inside. So we're gonna head to that fishing hut, and then we're gonna hit the... Then we're gonna hit those structures over there, and we're gonna check that big structure to the left there. Oh, and there's another ice fishing hut right there. Well, hot diggity duggy, this is looking up already. I know I'm risking hypothermia right now, but that's a thing that can be fixed. I'm not experiencing hypothermia, I'm just risking it. And that's a risk I'm willing to take, so long as I can fix it later. But hey, we all gotta start somewhere, right? Hello, ice fishing hut number 3, what you got? Firewood, reclaimed wood, yup. A tin of sardines, noise. Scrap metal, I can come back for it. Cloth, I can come back for it. Nothing. Nothing. And some newsprint. Alright, on to the next one. Oh yeah, look at those tiny little huts over there. I'd be totally down to live in one of those if, you know, the capability presents itself. This one has a door. Wow. Look at that. There's a little fish on it. A marine flare. Are bright and loud and may even ward off a timber wolf. Good to have, good to know. Dusty tomato soup. Okay, it's fine. Nothing. Summit soda. Oh, that's really bad condition. No, we're just gonna leave that behind. No, I wanted this one. Nothing. Anything up here? Plastic container with nothing in it. That's okay, because we are now very close to many more structures. And many more structures means more potential for getting things that can actually get us out of our current situation. And that would be ideal. But hey, since I have to do this again, because, you know, the cold open became the cold open, if you like my videos, and especially if you want to see more of this, make sure to like the video, leave a comment seeing how you feel, and if you really like my stuff, make sure to subscribe with bell notifications so it actually does something. Discovered the fishing camp, which sounds awesome, because this potentially means there's some beds and warm stuff and clothing and potentially fishing supplies, which I haven't been able to do. Got some coffee, a stack of papers, running shoes. I really need big warm. That's what I need. I need big warm clothing. I have an okay amount of food, don't I? Hold on. Yeah, I have an okay amount of... It's not very filling, but I have an okay amount. If I really, really wanted to, I could hang out in here or any one of these and just... I didn't check the condition at 63% on that, we'll take it. A candy bar. Chocolate and nuts. Yummers. Might as well, why not? I might just take a pit stop and chillax to get all of my temperature back and take a rest and everything, but... There's no point in just hanging around at any one of these because there's just like 6. There's plenty of these little places to check out. And maybe potentially we will, oh, there's a lot of pallets we could break down if we get an axe too. Maybe potentially, we might actually find something that was going to be a talking point that I once had, but forgot about. On the bright side, we're getting a lot of fishing line. 99% pork and beans! Yummers. Oh, I could go for some pork and beans right now. God, that sounds awesome. This one just kind of looks like a much more spacious, cozy situation, but I don't think there's any... Yeah. There's no stove or anything. I really want to look for a place that has a stove so I can use that to, you know, heat up my food and whatnot, but I'm not seeing a chimney on any of these. So we might have to go to that big building that I saw over there if we really want a place to hang out. Or, you know, just live in one of the fishing things. That's a big, big bed. Oh, this looks cozy as hecky. Moldy beef jerky. No, that's how I die. Ketchup chips. Yeah, we'll leave it. Don't suppose you have clothes on you. Big, 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 heavy clothes. Big, big, heavy clothes? Nope. Negatory. Oh, it looks like this place was a bust. So, on to the next one. I don't want to waste too much time looking at these places. There's a workbench right here, which is awesome. And a whetstone. No knife, but we have a whetstone. Revolver ammo stuck in the snow. Sweet. No gun, but if we get one, thumbs up from me. Alright, what we got in here? Laptop, that's kind of cool. Plastic box, cotton scarf. Crunchy stuff. Yeah, it's only stale, it's fine. Accelerant. Or bed. Dog food, condensed milk. We're gonna take all of that. Yumpers. Probably should check the condition, but we can check it later. Can't pry open that lock because I don't have a crowbar and it has nothing in it. Great. We'll deal with my temperature when I can. Right now, I want to head over to that other big building that I saw. Which might be a little bit more complicated because it seems some pretty dense fog has rolled in, but I think I still vaguely see it. I could make a pit stop to that other fishing, or ice fishing hole, which I might do. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh no, is that structure a bridge? Oh, nuggets, I think that's a bridge. I thought that was a house. Maybe there's like a gas station over there by the bridge. I don't know. It's a highway, so maybe. But I really thought that would be a house of some sort. Yeah, it's a bridge. Damn it. I could live like a hobo and check out what's under the bridge. Cloth, who cares? A hook? Okay, so if we have the chance, we can actually do some fishing. There's a pistol round on the drawer there. Cardboard matches. Works for me. Revolver cartridge. Candy bar. Sure, why not? Just top ourselves off. If we really need to, we always have the option to boil snow on one of these potbelly stoves. I'm sure the crow's flying away from something is probably a good sign. There was a... oh. It looks tall, so I think that's a deer, but that is where the crows were flying away from. Yeah, it's a deer. I think. Yeah, it's a deer. Okay. Thank you for the side profile, Miss Deer. I appreciate you. There was a, one of those fishing huts right near the actual fishing camp. So, it's not too terrible that those little cabins don't have stoves in them, because I can just run back and forth from that and the actual place where I can warm up. Which I may be forced to do, because I think we're burning daylight, yeah. Sun's about to go down. I think the sun is currently going down, it's just doing it slow. Yeah, it's just a bridge. I'm gonna peek over the bridge to see if there's, like, anything within eyesight. There's a car. So I guess we'll check that out before we head back, but we really need to start heading back and getting ourselves refit to travel again, because I think we're gonna have to travel, because there's not much staying power in that village. Ooh, there's a book in here. And it's a book I would like to read. Small Arms Handbook, a manual with details on effective handgun shooting and maintenance. Researching this will improve your revolver firearm skill. Coolio Julio, love that. Beef jerky, stale. I ain't eating that. Check the back seat. A note left behind. The scrawled musings of a survivor who was here before you. Wes, I'm going to try to make it to Mystery Lake. I'm running low on everything, but we can find enough to get us through till spring, and then we can try to make it back to Calgary. Meet me there. We'll stay here for a while. We'll stay for a while. Follow the tracks in from the Carter. You'll see the lodge building, but we'll make for the cabins across the lake. Bring anybody you can find. Bring food and a deck of cards. See you soon, Heather. Okay. Cool. So, let's see. Follow the tracks in from the Carter. I don't know what a Carter is. But, good to know. If we need to go back to Mystery Lake, which apparently is, you know, easy mode, baby bitch mode, which will be very helpful, we have at least some semblance of direction now. But I think for the time being, likely for the night, I'm just gonna head back to the fishing village and see about heating up some of that soup, maybe the pork and beans, just anything to keep me going for the time being. Sticks don't add much time to a fire, but it's time that we don't have that we can potentially get back. I did have the thought that maybe starting on a random spot was not the best idea, with the fact that I've only played this game for like a total of 9 hours by the time I started this video, but hey, I'm a fan of trial by fire, you know, learning how to swim in the deep end. Because you don't learn unless you make some questionable judgment calls. Take risks, you know? Okay, so what's the closest fishing hut? Right there. So that's not too far a walk. It might be kind of a pain to get to if we need to get to it in like a decently fast amount of time and also in the dead of night. But the point is we can get to it. And the good thing is that is also one with a door. So if it's real bad and there's like a blizzard going on, we can at least hide ourselves from the wind chill. Okay. I'm not gonna bother fishing because we don't have a knife, so we can't clean a fish. Unless we want to like just open it like a cantaloupe, but I mean, I would prefer not to do that. And there's a single spot that I can place a can on, so yeah. This'll work. Take charcoal. See about starting the fire. We have one book. Cedar firewood, reclaimed wood. Yeah. Yeah, let's burn our small arms handbook, please. No. I think if we just use one of our reclaimed wood, which we have plenty of, there's not much we can do in terms of upping the the chance. But I suppose we can give it a shot. How much accelerant do I have? 1 of 3, and that only gets me up to 80%. I'm just gonna try the 40 and hope for the best. Damn. Alright, let's try it again. Come on, baby. Come on. You're almost there. There we go. Alright. Sweet. Let's add some sticks for 40 minutes. And how are we doing on food? Yeah, our water's the bad situation, so we gotta boil some snow. Yeah. So 18 minutes until melted. And then so we probably have like 20 minutes to be able to like read. We can only do it by hours. I guess I could stop halfway through, but honestly I don't want to risk it. So we're just gonna hang out and wait right here until my water's boiled. So I suppose it's a good time to do the Patreon plug. A huge shout out to all of my current patrons. I love you all so much. If you would like to support me in the channel, you can do so on Patreon for just $5 a month and you get a bunch of cool perks, such as work in progress art, whether it be for thumbnails or just something I have to be working on, full resolution art, including for thumbnails, and most importantly, you'll get early access to all of my videos and access to a special channel where I host all of my director's cut and uncut content for your viewing pleasure. Additionally, if you don't want to bother with a subscription, you can always just buy one of my art posts directly because, with a couple exceptions, they're all basically available for one-time purchases anyway. So if any of that strikes your fancy, make sure to head down to the link in the description and check out my Patreon. Once again, a huge shout out to all of my current patrons. I love you all so much. And now we can go back to waiting for our water to boil. So, see you in 20 minutes. Right, you go to the character menu to equip clothes. Sweet. So we actually now have our scarf equipped. Embers, add fuel. Stick. Okay, that was almost bad. Potable water. Drink it. Oh, so much better. Almost a full. We'll just keep doing that, honestly. 33 minutes, yeah. I think what we'll do is we'll just put the rest of our sticks in here. 47 minutes. And we'll come check on that in a little bit. Maybe come out here, look for some more sticks. Some stuff we can hang on to. It looks like things have warmed up just a little bit, or potentially my scarf is putting in some legwork. Either way, our temperature is only slightly going down. Slight enough that the game didn't even inform me and I had to actually pull up the UI to see it. So, good sign. Trying to think of where I want to head once I inevitably shove out. I think I'm gonna follow the street that way, because I didn't see much in terms of where, like, anything notable towards the bridge. So I'm just gonna make potentially a bad judgment call, and I'm going to look the other direction. Ideally, once we're all fed and whatever the equivalent would be for water, we can sleep long enough that we can get to the morning and have plenty of daylight to explore. 14 minutes until boiled. Got plenty of time. Tool required to break ice. Oh, it's a shame I didn't grab that hammer that I left in the place we started at. I doubt that would work. We'd probably need like an auger or an axe or something, but... alas, no. 7 minutes to go. And once we have that, we should be good enough on water and food that we should be able to sleep for a couple hours, but I might busy myself with just like heating some stuff up or making more water until the sun goes down, because we know that the camp is just that way. It's finding the hut that's a problem, because it's just a field of ice, and we know the general direction of. Regardless, we're going to use this to top ourselves off. And we're going to make some more. And we're just going to hang out in here until we're nice and warm and we can finally go to bed. So while we sit here, how about we have a little bit of chat, huh? So I had something rather interesting happen to me last night. Speaking of food and things. So I went to go make a pizza, as one would when they're hungry, and I went to preheat the oven, and I left it for like maybe 10-15 minutes, so it has plenty of time to warm up, because our oven's kind of slow with that. And I came back, and the pizza stone I had in there was hot. Hot enough that I wasn't supposed to touch it. But when I put the pizza on, I heard no reaction whatsoever from it. There was no sizzling, nothing like that, so I thought that was kind of weird, but maybe something was just wrong. I came back like 20-ish minutes later when the pizza should have been done. I come out, and the dough wasn't even cooked, and the cheese had barely melted, despite the fact that I preheated the oven to 400, as I was supposed to. How are we doing on this, by the way? 19 minutes. Yeah, we're good. So, I left it in there, and I messed with the dial a little bit, and I noticed that the preheat light saying that the oven was preheating didn't come on until I turned the dial to like 350 degrees, which it's not supposed to do that. So our oven seems to be a little bit silly. Luckily the stove still works, but I had to get a little creative, so I turned up the dial plenty on the oven, and I checked back every 5 minutes, and eventually got to the point where the top of it the top of the pizza was rather crispy. Not crispy, but like about to burn. So I was like, I can't cook this anymore or else it'll be like basically inedible. So what I ended up doing was trying to finish it in a pan. Which you can do that, by the way. Pan pizzas are a thing. But, oh, hold on, we're gonna add a little bit of fuel. We'll do 1 reclaimed firewood. But the unfortunate thing about me trying to finish the pizza in a pan was we didn't have a pan big enough to fit the pizza. So I grabbed the biggest one I could and I just kind of smushed it down with some spatulas because it was too hot to hold. Ironic with the fact that the dough wasn't cooked. But I just put it in there and I covered it so it would heat evenly. And I left it there for a few minutes. And the center was what I was smelling. The center of the pizza was pretty crispy and a little bit more dark than my taste. But the outsides were still soft, which I figured, they're probably cooked to some degree. I don't want to burn my pizza. And I got some ranch because I was definitely going to need it. And I just tried eating the pizza. And I now know what raw dough tastes like. And there was a... Hold on. Sippy. Alright. And we're gonna do one more thing so we have a little bit. So we have a little bit for when we wake up. Which... I may add one more. I'm gonna add the book. There we go, 41 minutes. So, it was like a gradient, basically, in terms of the dough. So, the center of the dough was a little bit extra crispy, didn't taste burnt, but it felt burnt, like it crunched a lot more than I would want it to. And then there was a little bit farther out that was, like, good, but a little bit spicy. And then there was a golden area where it was like, hey, it's cooked. And then it started getting progressively less cooked until you got to the edge pieces of the crust, which were just flat out raw. Well, not flat out raw. They were heated up enough to not be raw. So they were a little bit firm when you pushed into them, but it was really just the outside that was cooked. So, that was not a good pizza experience. Out of all pizza experiences I've had, top, at the very bottom, I should say, is Little Caesars making me shit myself. But that one's down there. Not a big fan of that one. Anyway, once we get this snow boiled off, I think we should be good to go to hang on to that and take a bit of a nappy. Which I did just remember, I wanted to drop some of the really low condition stuff that I had, but I pressed the wrong button. Low condition milk does not vibe with me. These are probably fine low condition, but chocolate nuts and healthy stuff, maybe not. We have 5 servings of herbal tea, which is good. And then all these cans are awesome, except for this one, which I think I'm going to drop that. Nope. Wait, why? I pressed triangle to drop it. They better not make me eat it when I'm dropping it. There. Oh, it's heating next to the thing. Wow, I'm still not eating it, but that's a cool thing that you can do. I didn't know you could do that. Neat. It doesn't have to, so, like, it doesn't need to be on top of the doodad if it's just warming. God, I want pork and beans. That sounds awesome. Alright, water. How you doing? 7 minutes. 12 minutes. How we doing on... Oh, we're full on temperature. We're cooking with gas now. We're not. But I could have. I have accelerant. So I'll hang on to the 33% for like desperate measures, but everything else is fine. This stuff I'm gonna leave in here. 2 minutes, 1 minute. Come on. Alright, take it. And take the can with me. Thank you, Potbelly Stove. You are very handy. Alright. Let's head back to the fishing village. And see about taking a nappy. Our temperature's going down, but not enough to be concerning. So I'll take it. Speaking of taking stuff, I will be taking that specific house right there. Because that boy had a big old bed in it, and that looked super cozy. Alright. Hibbity hoobity. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Shit gets real dark inside when it's late. So it's probably like maybe 9, 10 p.m. And that's usually when I go to around bed myself. So that'll work. So if it's like 9 or 10, 12 hours would be 9, 10. And like morning is like 6. So like 8 hours. Works out perfectly. Calories burned, 540, bed warmth. Yeah, that looks fine. Sure. Nap time. You woke up fully rested. And we're not dying of thirst or anything like that. It is still, however, very, very dark. We're full on sleep, so I think what we'll do, just to give our lady a chance to wake up, is drink some of our water. Oh, we still have plenty of water. All right. And probably... You don't need to heat up tomato soup. Dusty dog food, Summit soda. Let's try eating the chips and the energy bar. Because I would prefer to... No, they would just warm me up. Yeah, I'm gonna save the pork and beans because that sounds awesome, and I'm gonna smash open our tomato soup and eat it now. Because it's just... Oh no, it's thick tomato juice, Whatever shall I do? Oh yeah, that does not give you nearly as much as I thought it would. If you don't heat it up. Well, regardless. The point is... Oi. It's too dark to read. So... I guess we will just pass time. There's the bed. Maybe... 3 hours? How are we feeling? Still fine. Still dark, but getting easier to say. Where's the door? Hold on. Leave cabin. Here we go. Intestinal parasites. I'll probably get those eventually. How are we looking? Ooh, yeah, it's probably like 4 or 5 a.m. It's real cold out. I'll tell you that much. So we might not go quite yet. I think I'll pass time for another hour, but that's really all I can spare. Yeah, there we go. So now at least we have daylight. And that should have warmed us up. Yeah. So with that in mind, even with it being pretty cold out, I'm just gonna start motoring down the street and looking for something else to find. Because as much as I would like to stay here, I've kind of exhausted the resources that this place had. There was not much. So we need to make a play here. We need to take risks. We need to do something. That wind is really picking up. Maybe this was a bad idea. Maybe we should have killed time for another hour. I've been cold before. I can deal with it. Oh, there's a car right there. We can pit stop. Because I'd imagine it's probably not too actually cold out. It's just wind chill. So we get in the car. We'll probably can just hang out in there for a little bit and warm up somewhat. Back seat. What you got? A book. And a pry bar. Yo! 100% conditioned pry bar. Yes, please. Now we can open crap. Which, one of those... Stacy's grape soda. I love grape soda. Yeah, actually, just go ahead and drink that. Oh, yeah. What you got in the glove box? Knife? 90% ketchup chips. Alright. Take that. Candy bar. Yup. It's all about surviving on the little things for the time being. Alright, cool. So, as much as I would love to continue going, I have a pry bar now, and I really want to open that locker that was in... I think it was in the second... Oh, woodpecker. It was in the second house. And I guess it is just that cold, because the wind has died down almost completely, and I'm still very rapidly losing temperature. In fact, I would go as far to say as that being an alarming rate. So, what we may end up doing is making a pit stop back in our trusty little fishing hut to warm up and let time pass a little bit. Maybe heat up some food so we're full up on all of our, you know, our needs and things. And then we go down the road to see if we can find anything else. Because the longer we stay here, the more likely we are to just completely run it dry and not have anything left. Yeah, I think it was the third door. It might have been the fourth one, because did this one have lockers in it? No. So it was the fourth one. We'll get there eventually. I forgot there was 4 entirely. I just knew it was the last one I checked. Hypothermia risk. Well, we won't be spending too much time outdoors. Well, at least fully outdoors. Locker, locker, locker. Locker. Here we go. Hold on. Do I have to equip the pry bar? I don't think so, because it just kind of sounded like I was doing it. Yeah. Just doing it. Kragungi. Healed. Hypothermia risk. A worn ski jacket. Well, I'll tell you, it will be worn in a second. A water bottle? A decent wool ear wrap covers your ears with an extra layer of wool. I don't know how much better that'll be, but that's cool. All right, hold on, let's check this out. Oh, it's an ear wrap. It's an accessory. Oh boy. Hot diggity duggy. Now we just need to do something about the fact that we're just wearing jeans and thermal underwear. Windproof bonus plus 4 degrees, protection 10%. Nice. Well, we're slightly more protected than we were, so I would say that was a good choice to come back and get that. But I did want to check food and drink. Oh, the water bottle just straight up added to my water. I didn't get to keep it. Well, that's kind of boring. I guess it wouldn't make no difference because I can't exactly boil stuff in the plastic. And let's see. Yeah, the worn cotton scarf was just flat out worse. So go ahead and drop that. We don't need it. I could break it down, but it would be by hand. And that would mean it would take quite a bit. So we're just going to do the thing I mentioned. And we're going to quickly head over to our... Why is it always a blizzard? Why is it always a blizzard? Well, I don't think much of a... I don't think any amount of wind chill resistance is going to protect me from this. So we really got to make our way to the fishing hut. Somewhere over here, I remember. See, this is the scenario I was talking about. It's just not nighttime. Is that it? Yeah, it is. Sorry if I'm talking slightly louder, by the way, but there's a fucking blizzard in my ear now. Away from wind chill, please. Like. Okay, we need now. Let's see, 75% chance. We're gonna go up to 80. Yeah. Use the book. Fire, please, fire, please. Need it badly. Alright, sweet. It's going up slowly, but it's going up. Oh, the pork and beans is, like, cooked. Yeah, it's cooked. It's probably fine. Man, There we go. So I guess we just hang out in here and wait for the doodad to go away. I could conk this open with a pry bar, but again, I don't have a knife to clean fish, so... Well, since we have some time to pass, I guess we can talk about some more stuff. I didn't write down any talking points because I figured I'd be too busy talking about the game to do it, which is genuinely what I usually end up doing for Resident Evil. But, forgot there'd be a lot of downtime I could fill, so I guess let's talk about some stuff. The main thing on my mind recently has been primarily I want to try some different things with my art. Obviously, I'm not going to like change up my style or anything, but just like different body styles, I suppose, different character types. Because largely I've just been doing the general furry thing of, you know, just drawing fuzzy animal characters, usually dogs, canines, what have you. And I want to change that up a little bit. I need more practice with different species and things. In particular, I've been experimenting a little bit with, well, a very little bit with drawing aeromorphs, so, you know, anthroplanes and stuff. And especially, I want to get into drawing feral a little bit more often, because feral characters are really cool. I've drawn a little bit of feral in my time, namely this thing of Vixie as a rock ruff. That was a lot of fun. Enough that I actually bothered, like, finishing it. But in particular, there's one character whose primary like form is feral, and she's a dragon, and she's really cool, and I like her a whole lot, and I think you'll all like her a whole lot. But drawing dragons is a whole different beast. Go figure. So I haven't gotten much progress and much practice in drawing dragons in a while. Every time I feel like the blizzard sounds like it's slowing down, it just picks right back up. It's almost noon as well. Like, this burned my entire morning, and probably onward as well. This is a really big inconvenience. Yeah, it's not even, like, visible out anymore. It's a shame you can't specifically pick, like, being able to read for a certain amount of minutes as well, and it's only hours. Because I'd love to be able to read that book we got, so I can start leveling up my firearm skill, but I just don't have the chance to. We currently do not have that luxury. Alright, well, I don't think we have enough time to make more. It's like 40 minutes, but I guess I could try and find another stick, but not in this snowstorm. If we just had a little bit more time, we could get really well off in terms of water. Which right now we have like 3/4 of a gallon, which isn't bad. But it'd be really nice if we could have like a full gallon of water. On the bright side, you always gotta look for the silver lining with things like this. The wind is going in the direction that I want to leave. So, while I don't think that will help with the wind chill at all, because it won't, at least we won't be walking into the wind and take like twice as long to get anywhere. This might be where we die though, but there's really nothing left in this village we can save, so we have to leave. We don't have any time left. Take a torch and see how long it lasts. Immediately dead. Alright. Yeah. Oh, time to start walking. We still have food. We're not all that thirsty. We have plenty of water. We're a little bit tired, but not enough for it to be concerning. Right now, we just really need to find someplace else that isn't this fishing village we've basically black dry already. It's a good thing I didn't decide to properly set up shop there, because that would not have lasted very long. Why is there a stop sign? Okay, hold on. I'm going to take a risk. It wouldn't make sense for there to be a stop sign there if there wasn't something up this way. It's against the wind, which is the thing I was worried about, but maybe there's some sort of residential area up here that looks like it might be a building, but it might be a boulder. That's just a boulder. Oh, there's some sort of structure here, so at least people have been up here. Another bridge. Was this a bad decision? Probably, but hey, maybe there's like a logging site up here or something. Am I on top of a mountain now or something? I climbed so high. How is there another bridge and just nothing? Where am I going? It's got to be some sort of mountain pass, so there's got to be something at the top, right? Even if it's just a campsite, like a cabin, anything, a bungalow. As long as it's not a tent, then I might have a chance. Logs, logging site. I told you. Hold on. Hold on. Tracks. Train unloading. There's building. Yes. Building. Inside. Oh, God. I can hear myself think again. Is this the place I started? Trailer, coastal hut. New location discovered. No. Okay, good. Hey, ketchup chips. Yes. We need food. But on the brights, a thin wool sweater. Layers are layers. I will take it. Alright, so things are looking up so far. Tomato soup. Cold, but it's in good condition. That'll be helpful for warming up. A random book for tinder. Flare shell. A firearm cleaning kit. Hot diggity duggy. Alright, yeah. What's that? Fleece mittens. I don't think I can layer these. Yeah, no. Are they in a better condition? Oh, they're wet. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we want the decent ones. Oh yeah, that's what that icon is. A lot of my clothing is wet. So I'm actually gonna take off the wet stuff, as that's what you should do when you have wet clothes and are risking hypothermia. Trail boots, those might be okay. Designed to last for long distance journeys on rocky terrain, leather upper and heavy rubber sole. So they're probably not going to be too great or cold, but they are boots, which I think we have to take off our shoes anyway. Yeah, so we might as well wear these while our other stuff is like wet. A granola bar. Yummy. So really, all there is shelter here, which I suppose that is what I asked for, but I mean, like, come on. I can't start a fire in here, can I? No. I guess what we can do is, first off, we need a drink. Let's eat some chips. We're getting low on hungy as well. We can't make a fire, so we can't heat up our soup. Let's take a power nap, because it's getting into the afternoon and all, but I lost a lot of, like, energy on the way up, and I would prefer You've survived a day, 3 hours, and 3 minutes. Sweet. Alright, we got some energy back. We're warming back up. I'd imagine our stuff is still wet. Yeah, 80% wet. 80% wet. There's not really much else we can do. The important thing is, it sounds like the blizzard's died down, so maybe we can make a little bit more progress now that we've recharged and all. Oh, the blizzard's not even active. Sweet. And our temperature is only slightly going down. Good. Awesome, sweet, dope. Now we can actually do a little bit of exploring. It doesn't look like that tunnel leads anywhere. So I'm gonna see what could potentially be over here. Well, there's an elk. I can tell you that much. I didn't even see him. Hey, buddy. You look so delicious right now. That note did say something about following the tracks to Calgary, didn't it? So maybe this could potentially lead to Calgary, which I would imagine is a village of some sort. A city, a town, whatever. This game does look really nice. So I suppose, let's do the thing we did in the cold open and blindly walk through a train tunnel. Hopefully, with our higher temperature and our filled tum, we could make some progress. And hopefully, wherever we're going is better than the coastal highway. The Raven Falls Railway Line. The ravine. That doesn't sound better. That sounds worse, actually. Oh boy, this doesn't look good. Well, on the bright side, at least we're going to see some new sights. On the even brighter side, there's no blizzard anymore. That's not good. Uh-oh. Ooh, sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. This is a very big risk. Oh boy, not a fan of this. That waterfall's cool though. We're just gonna be nice and careful. I think I see something ahead in the grass there, or the snow. But imagine if I take such a risk, I would probably get rewarded, right? Abandoned houses I could squat in, potentially? I doubt it. I wouldn't want to live this close to a train track and a ravine. I already live pretty close to the train tracks, so I get a good idea of how loud they are when you're trying to sleep. Oh, it's just yellow foliage. Great. Well, getting across that bridge is the most terrifying thing I've ever done. On the bright side, it's still warm enough, and we did make it across in the end. So hopefully, sometime soon, we'll be able to see where our fortune lies. Though this does look like an intermediary thing, which would make sense as to why I didn't recognize the name of the location. So maybe that's just a sketchy way to travel between areas. Maybe this still leads to Calgary. Oh, this is in a loading zone. Do not tell me. Okay, no. I thought it was going to be blocked off, but thankfully, it's not. Maybe for a train, yeah, but luckily we ain't no train. We have plenty of space to schlep our meat around. This is looking kind of promising, I'm not gonna lie. I think those are buildings at the front. They might be boulders, I'm not close enough to tell. Regardless, more of this game being very aesthetically pleasing and cool looking. Wowie zowie. Like, a good 70% of the reason I love this game so much is just how much of a vibe it is. Like the oil painting aesthetic and all that. The ambient music and things. It makes me feel good right in my heart. Ooh, we got some fuck shit going on up ahead here. Still gonna keep an eye out for any shelter, any structures, what have you. We have a bit of a split here, so maybe there's a switch station? No. Worth it to check, though. We continue looking. Oh, that's not good. It looks like there's a way down at least, but that is a intense blockage. And it sounds like there might be something dead over there. Potentially person, potentially animal. Either way, probably attracting some sort of predator. Oh, shigged. How am I gonna get across? Can I step up right here? Almost. Okay, yeah, there we go. Maybe not how I was supposed to do that, and maybe I was supposed to come from this way, but regardless, we're making it over, and it looks like a dead person. Hey, buddy. Hope you don't mind. New beef... I find that hard to believe, but... Worn running shoes... Yeah. You can keep your shoes, but I feel like I'll get more use out of the food than you will. Thank you! Well... Corpse number 1 discovered, aside from the one from the cold open. This just looks like a trail, though. I don't think we're going to be seeing structures for a while, and it's getting kind of late. Oh, that's birch bark. We want that. Now that I can see again, that's not, like, immediately, like, most pressing for me to go somewhere. I need to keep an eye on the floor for anything I can use for fire. Oh, there's a birch forest here. That is super, super awesome. I love that. So much birch bark to have. And docile wildlife means there's probably not anything too dangerous around. Thank you, ma'am. Got a bridge here. And Lord knows I have a good track record with bridges. Sam Porter Bridges, my favorite character. From hit game Death Stranding. Yeah. We're gonna stick to the strat. I've I've avoided bridges for long enough. I think it's time I embrace the bridge. And the thing did say follow the tracks to Calgary, so... Oh yeah, it's not even a car bridge, it's a train bridge, so we're right back on track. Ha. Continue onward. Mystery Lake. Yes. Good. That was what I was hoping for. Alright. We've made it back to the easy mode baby bitch location, so I can actually potentially survive here. In fact, I may know where I... No. I thought I knew where I was, but... We have a whole lot of stuff here we can check out. Oh, no, I know where I am. I was here, like, the first time I played this game, and I tried to get ambitious, and I went out and I got attacked by a wolf. So yeah, I do remember this place. Cool. It's been too long that I don't remember if there's anything nearby, but we will check the glove box of this truck. Because it has marine flare in it. Alright, sweet. Orange soda. So, these doodads don't have chimneys on them, so there's nothing inside, I don't think, and I can't make fires in them. Carter. The Carter. Oh, is Carter the train line? Maybe I am going to Calgary. Yeah, maybe when that note said the Carter, they were talking about the Carter train line. Unless this is some Canadian terminology I don't know about. Carter Hydro Dam. That sounds like a great place to set up shop. Can I go in? Yes, I can. Surely there's... Oh, spooky. Upper Dam, Carter Hydro Dam, and environments. Or environs. And I can break it. I thought I could open it, but... yeah, Spidey Vision. This is super not cheating at all. Warn drive... No. I'm super going to be ignoring this Spider Vision the moment I actually get a way to, like, turn on light that isn't burning my very few and far between matches. Bulletin board, desk, keyboard, monitors, computers. God, this is so cheating. Okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna say I don't have Spider Vision. I will come back when I have a light. I'm not gonna just walk blindly through that place and raid it with my fucking Spidey senses. I'm pretty sure that's a new addition to the game. I've never seen that before. I would have noticed the L1 R1 thing on the top left saying when I can do that. I don't like that. I would imagine that's something I can turn off in the settings, and I'm probably gonna do that going forward. Usually I just pick Voyager difficulty. But regardless, aside from like cooking and everything, we need sleep. What? What the fuck was that? It sounded like a bark. Yep. There was a wolf. That's not good. Alright, I guess we'll just... This is where we live now. Flare shell, yeah. Simple tools, that's awesome and all. I don't suppose there's a gun in here. I have my marine flares to scare it off, but... Scaring it off is only gonna do so much. Worn work boots. Not if I have anything to say about it. Same worn joke. Do you like that? Wood matches ragged thermal underwear. The opposite of rugged. More importantly, layers. Baseball cap, who cares? Tin of coffee. Pinnacle peaches. Oh, they're in real bad condition. Never mind. Okay, What's that thing down there in the bottom right? I don't know what that status is. Is it just me being tired? Let's search this first aid kit. Painkillers is good. We're gonna step outside and we're gonna try and just very carefully make our way to the other building. I know the wolf is like right there, but... Alright, I don't know where he went. I'm hoping he just left, but the important thing is he wasn't there when I went out. Oh, there's a lot of messed up crap in here. Moldy beef jerky, no way. Summit soda, orange soda. You know, let's go ahead and drink that. Top ourselves off a little bit. It's a shame the caffeine doesn't wake us up at all and give us more energy. Metal shelves. Looks like there's something in there, but apparently not. Practical gunsmithing. Yo. Yes, please. That's the sort of reading material I can get behind. Scrap metal. Metal shelves. Tomato soup. Nice condition. But it looks like, in terms of things we can take, there's not much in here. So we may end up just eating cold soup. I'm really wigged out by that wolf showing up and then, like, going away. But now there's wind chill I gotta worry about. What the hell was that? The tree fall? Okay, if I hang out right here, I'm protected from the wind chill. I want to try starting a fire. So I can heat some stuff up. We have plenty of wood batches. And a book. So long as we can heat up some soup, I would be fine to go to bed, because we still have plenty of that... Oh, piss. We still have plenty of that water that we made before we left. I'm hoping the wind picking up might have been enough to deter the wolf. How are we doing on... Alright, warm's going up. Cooking slot, place. Pork and beans. I think it's time to break it out. This is a special occasion. We actually made some progress and we got somewhere. It's pork and beans time. Nice and toasty. And like some water while we're at it. Look at us, we're living it up. And so long as I keep my back to my house here, there's no way no wolves can sneak up on us. And you thought we wouldn't be able to survive more than a day. I don't know what that clunking is. It sounds like trees falling, but it sounds more mechanical than just a tree falling. Oh, the wind died down. Thanks, God. Appreciate that. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yummers. Benefit warming up. So we're basically good on food now. So I think once this bad boy is all nice and melty, all nice and boiled off and cured and everything, I think we are going to head inside for a well-deserved nap. Well, sleep. Maybe not. The sun's not quite gone down yet, so I could potentially maybe go around and at least pick up some firewood. But I am running real low on energy, so maybe... The sun is setting, it's going to get a lot colder soon. Okay, that's the first time I ever saw that message. I wonder if it's because if I muted my lady. Probably. Well, random text that lives in my brain hole. You're not going to worry about that now, because we're just going to go ahead and go to bed. As soon as this water becomes potable, and we can sippy, and we can go to bed nice and comfy, and wake up only with slight cottonmouth instead of full-on cottonmouth. It's a shame we don't have, like, a stove inside or something, because that would be really, really handy to be able to dry our clothes. But we just have to play the hand we're dealt. Alright. We'll leave that to cook off. We gotta head inside. Wonderful. And bed? Bed. Okay, cool. So you can't see much, so we'll look at the one thing you can't see. But I think that that is going to be the end of this video. So make sure to let me know if you enjoyed this episode of Long Dark. I'm not sure if this is going to be a one-off, but depending on how people react, we may come back at some point. But regardless, if you genuinely enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like and make sure to hit that subscribe button to become a pup if you haven't already. And hit the bell so it actually does something. A huge shout out to all of my current patrons. I love you all so much. If you'd like to support me and the channel, you can do so on Patreon for just $5 a month and get a bunch of cool perks, or you can just buy one of my art posts. Regardless, my name is Vixie, and I will see you all in the next one. I'm gonna take a nap.